Hello, world of YouTube. I'm Sad Sailor, and today I'd like to invite an open-minded discussion on the topic of Israel and Palestine. Now, I know immediately hearing those two countries probably rubbed some people the wrong way. Some people might see how I look with my dark skin and my head wrap and immediately assume which side I'm on, and yeah, you'd be right. I stand with Palestine. But I personally feel like my perspective is justified, and I am open to having discussions. No curse words here. No hate, because I do agree with one perspective that the people of Israel have. The blatant hate is messed up. It's not cool. I've been to a couple of protests. One of them at the DNC just last year, and it's incredible the amount of hate. When at the same time the people leading those protests are saying all are welcome, all flags of the world are welcome, and God forbid someone is there with an Israeli flag or an American flag and they get it ripped out of their hands, stomped on. Like that kind of blatant hate is not cool. Like ripping the flag out of someone's hands isn't making the point of the opposing side any better. So I agree with Israelis on that front. Where my views divide, though, and the reason I choose to stand on the side of Palestine is the idea that the people of Palestine who do fight, because not everyone there does, the people there who do fight are doing it because they purely hate Israel. Now, I have a question, since you all like to walk it back to the Holocaust. When the Nazis in Germany were doing all that horrible stuff to the Jewish people, the Night of Broken Glass, the concentration camps, when all of that was happening, when all of this segregation was going on, when all of this division was going on, do you think that the Jewish people did not have some resentment in their hearts towards their oppressors? Like, do you honestly think that they were not thinking about all the ways they could get back at them? They could defend themselves. Because I'm willing to bet every crystal in my collection that if they had the means to, they would have defended themselves. Just as the people of Palestine defend themselves. I have watched various videos from Gaza and the West Bank. I don't care what anything on the news says. Those places are essentially prisons, open-air concentration camps. They may not be wearing uniforms. They may not have numbers branded on them. But that's what they are. Because they have to go through checkpoints. They have to do all of this insane, overly complex stuff just to leave their homes, their land, to be able to navigate anywhere in Israel. They're treated like dogs by the IDF, worse than dogs, actually. There are videos of Israelis going to the border between Israel and Gaza and watching Gaza burn. There are videos of Israelis taking boat trips to watch Gaza get bombed. I saw a report last year of a school-sanctioned field trip in Israel where students, children, were taken to this watchtower area to look through binoculars and watch the attacks in Gaza. Now, I think anyone with some sense can understand how incredibly messed up that is. Okay? There are people in Israel going to happily watch other people get bombed. And they think that's cool. They think it's cool to treat Palestinians the way they do. And yet, Palestinians are the problem when they fight back, when they don't just sit down and take it. And also, let's talk about the trauma. Because I have seen the videos coming out of Gaza. The people who have to exist around dead and dying bodies. The people who at this point of filming this video have not had barely any food in them in over 60-something days, I think. Because Israel is blockading the borders, not letting any aid get through. Children, women, men alike are having to play dodge bomb instead of dodge ball. So, people who survive the airstrikes, honestly, God help you if you survive those airstrikes, because those are the ones who they likely have to get surgery without anesthesia, because again, Israel bombed the hospitals. Right there, in my opinion, that is where all thoughts of it being purely a war went out the window for me. I have watched my fair share of history documentaries, okay? In everything that I've learned about war and military rules and strategy, hospitals, schools, churches, places of that nature, civilian places, places of healing, are they not supposed to be exempt from acts of war? If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. Those are all of the reasons I, and probably a lot of other people, choose to stand with Palestine. I do not hate the Israelis. I do not hate the Jewish people. In my opinion, at this point, I will admit I almost fell down that route. I almost went down a very dark route of hate. But I am a woman of God, and I believe that we're all going to get judged one of these days. It is not my business to judge other people, and it is not worth my energy to hate other people, no matter how wrong their perspective may be. So that's where I stand. Again, I invite anyone in the comments to who supports Israel to chat, have a discussion. I'm willing to listen. And let's talk like adults. Maybe we can learn from each other.